Alright, let's look at the homework 8.4, problem number 8. A box contains 19 balls, numbers 1 through 19. 2 balls are drawn in succession without replacement. If the second ball has the number 4 on it, what is the probability that the first ball had a smaller number on it, or even number on it? Alright, so let's do this one. Alright, so first part, we want, let's see, I'm going to do the tree diagram. So there are 3 possibilities. Alright, it's going to be either less than 4, so I'm going to call it L4. Alright, and equal to 4, E4. Alright, and maybe we can put 1 there because it's a first draw. Then greater than 4 and 1. Alright, then for the second one, we have a possibility of getting a 4 on the second draw, so I'm going to call it F2 and F2 complement, and the same way, and F2 and F2 complement. And then we have F2 and F2 complement. Alright, so only probabilities that we need would be, so we have to do F2 and we want to do L4. Alright, so let's see, we're talking about this guy. Alright, and also this guy, because it's F2 is there. And then there's another F2 right there. Alright, so let's fill in the probability. Alright, doing an L4 less than 4 would be 1, 2, and 3. So 3 out of 19. Equal to 4 would be 1 out of 19. And the greater than 4 would be the rest of them, right? So it's going to be 15 out of 19. Alright, getting a 4 after you getting a less than 4 would be, there's only 1 4 out of 18. Alright, next one, if the first one happened to be 4, then you can never get it, so it's going to be 0 out of 18, so it's 0 anyway. And if you get a larger than 4, we still have 1 out of 18. Alright, so the probability would be probability of getting a 4. Let's see that the first ball is smaller than. Let's see what is the probability that the smaller number. So it's going to be L4 actually. Let's see. I'm going to have to erase this guy. Right. So L4 1, given that the second ball was 4, so it's F2. Alright, so this is going to be probability of doing L4, 1, and F2, and divided by probability of F2, right? But the probability, I'm going to just leave the numerator as it is for now. And on the bottom, there are 3 possibilities. Right, so you can do probability of L4 1 and F2, or we can do E4 1 and F2, and the probability of not E, G4 1 and F2, right? So we have that. Then on top, you're going to have, let's L4 1. So it's 3 over 19 times 1 over 18. Right, same thing as 3 over 19 times 1 over 18 plus, right, so it's 1 over 19 times actually 0 over 18. So that's 0 anyway. And 15 over 19 times 1 over 18. Right? So we can simplify it by multiply top by 19 and also 18. So I'll do the same thing, 19 and 18. Alright, that way we can cancel the denominator here, denominator there, denominator there, denominator there. Alright, so we're going to get 3 over. Alright, so it's going to be a 3 plus, that's 0, plus 15. So it's a 3 out of 18, which is going to be 1/6. Alright, so let's type that in. So 1/6. Alright, check the answer. Alright, we got that. Alright, so probability that the first ball had an even number on it. Alright, so even number. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, then I'm gonna use even number. So this is going to, I'm gonna call it maybe E1. Alright, so let's construct a tree diagram. So I'm going to look at the possibility of getting an even number, but not 4. So maybe I'll do intersect with F1 prime. And then you're getting a 4, so I'm going to call it the F1. Alright, then also there's possibility of getting an odd number, so I'm going to call it all 1. Alright, so first possibility is a non-4 even number. Second possibility is getting a 4. And outside of that would be all odd numbers. Alright, then you can either get 4 on the second one or not. Alright, 4 on the second draw, and or not. And 4/2 and the 4/2 complement. Alright, so let's type in, put the probability that we need. So we need to do F2. So anything that's related to F2, we're going to try that. So it's a non-4 even number. So let's see how many even numbers are in there. So there's be 19. So it's half of that is 10 or 9. Looks like 9. So 9. So it's going to be 8. 8 out of 19 is here. Getting a 4 is just only one number. So 1 out of 19. Right. So odd number would be 10 out of 19 in this case. Alright, so then after that, so you get the non-4, then you're going to get 4. So it's going to be 1 out of 18. Alright, if you get a 4, it's a 0 out of 18 because there's no 4 anymore. And then if it's an odd number, still you have 1 out of 18. Alright, so we have a probability of getting an even number. Alright, given that the second one was 4, so F4. Oh, sorry. Notation is F2, right? Alright, so we just need to find the probability of E1 intersect F2 over, right? So what we can do is probability of E1 intersect the F1 prime intersect the F2, right? Plus probability of F1 intersect the F2, and the probability of O1 intersect the F2. Right. Then probability of E1 and F2 would be, right? Then the only way you can do that is E1, but you can see that we can either do E1 and get a 4, but once you get a 4, you cannot get F2. So only way you can do that is this is actually the same. has probability of getting a E1, but you have to get the non-4, then F2, right? So which means that we have to get the even number, 8 out of 18, then, 8 out of 19, that looks bad, and erase that, 8 out of 19, then you have a 1 out of 18 chance of getting a 4 on the second draw. Alright, then divide by, so this one exactly the same as before, 8 over 19 times 1 over 18, plus if you get F1, then there's no 4 left, so 0, so we have that. And the last one is you get an odd number, then you have a 1 out of 18 chance, right? So this is going to be, as usual, we're going to multiply by, so 19 and 18. That way we can cancel 9, 18, 19, 18, 19, 18, 19, 18. So we're going to get 8 over 8 plus 0 plus 10. So it's 8 over 18, which is going to be 4 over 9. Alright, so let's put that in. We get 4 out of 9. Alright, check the answer. Alright, we got that. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.